Hi everyone, my name is Lexi Davis and I am the volunteer coordinator at the Buckner Center for Humanitarian Aid. And if you are watching this video, it is because you are one of our awesome volunteers who have signed up for Project Christmas Spirit. First and foremost, thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts for being willing to serve with us during this time where everything is chaotic and everything is stressful. We are so thankful that you are spending your time and efforts to help us serve families that really could use some hope during this time. I wanted to make this video as kind of an addition to the instruction packet that I will be giving you when you come and pick up your toys. As I was making the packet, I anticipated there being a lot of questions that would come in about the kind of the strategy for packing these bags. And I realized I wouldn't be able to explain it efficiently with just words on a sheet of paper. And so I hope this video kind of answers some of the questions that you have. And as always, if you have other questions that this doesn't answer, feel free to email me or call me, and I will walk you through everything of my opinion on how to pack them. And really, I just want to give you guys free reign in this video. You hear it from me first that these bags are not going to be perfect. As a perfectionist myself, I know that's very hard. However, this year it's not going to be ideal. Nothing has been necessarily ideal, but we're going to do our best, and I do truly believe and pray that whatever toys these kiddos do get will show them that they are loved and they are cared for and they are prayed over during this crazy season. And so first I want to tell you guys a little bit of background on how Project Christmas Spirit was born, because I think it'll put you guys into the right mindset while you guys are packing the toys. And so during March, while we found out that the world was kind of shutting down around us, we had to really think as a team what we were going to do about Christmas. And so Christmas is our biggest season at Buckner. Whenever we get done with Christmas one year, we are already planning for the next year. It is one of our busiest times and most fruitful times. And when we found out in March that everything was going to be kind of shutting down, we were very concerned about what our Christmas season would look like. Long story short, we found out from leadership that we would not be able to bring families into our facility to shop for their kids like they normally do. In years past, in a normal year, there would be tables set up. We would set it, our volunteers would help us set it up like a market, and we would have the families that we serve come in and basically be able to shop for their kiddos. And so the tables would be separated with toys by age and gender, and they could just shop. So it was a very efficient, simple, fun way for these families to shop for their kiddos. However, when we figured out that we weren't going to be able to do that, we were trying to figure out any way at all of how we could get gifts to these families, even though it may not look ideal. We finally got approved from leadership that we could do a drive-through toy distribution. And so what that means is this year, our families who have signed up will be driving through our facility. It's going to be a drive-through toy distribution. So basically it's no contact. They will tell us at check-in their children's age and gender. We will have a pre-packaged bag. We will put it on kind of a rolly cart, push it out to them, and they will load it into their cars. So a no contact way, COVID-19 free way of being able to get presents to these families. So that is kind of how Project Christmas Spirit was born. The second struggle we ran into was, how are we going to get these toys packed? We have tons and tons of toys in storage that are donated to us year-round from companies or other nonprofit organizations. We have a lot of toys, but we usually depend on our volunteers to sort them all. When COVID-19 happened, we had to work with a skeleton crew, and so there's usually only about 5 of us at the facility, not enough of us to be doing our jobs and also sorting through Christmas toys. And so I, as the volunteer coordinator, was trying to figure out a way to get volunteers involved to where we could make this happen. And that's how Project Christmas Spirit came about. So next I'm going to kind of walk you through, if that kind of puts you guys in the mindset of that, it's not going to look ideal this year. And that is hard. I understand that. But we are just going to do the best we can and give these families what we can. So the next thing I'm going to go through is kind of how to pack the bags. And this is just a recommendation from me. If you have a better, wiser way of doing it, I am giving you, as the volunteer coordinator, free reign to go ahead and do that. We just ask a few things, and I will kind of walk through those with you. So when you come and you receive your toys, it is just going to be a bulk of mixed toys. So they're not going to be necessarily categorized into age or gender. So you will just receive a bunch of trash bags, as many as I can fit into your car, of a random assortment of toys. So the next step you'll do is, once you get to your home or to your preferred location, you will take all the toys out of the bag. And the first step would just be to take all these stickers off of the toys. And so you'll see a lot of price tag stickers. As I was looking through some of the toys, I noticed most of them have the price tag stickers written on them or stuck on them. If you cannot peel it off, you can just go ahead and use a Sharpie and cross out the price. We don't really want the families seeing that, or the kiddos seeing that when they open their gifts. And so that would be the first step, to just take off those price tags. And anything that looks dirty or dusty, they have been sitting in there all year, so you can just go ahead and wipe it off and kind of make it clean and ready to go for to be directly handed to the families and opened up. And so after you get that step done, I would suggest categorizing them into 4 different groups. And so this is kind of something that we need to happen, because this is what our families, the information they will give us when they check in. So the 4 different categories, which you'll see this on your instruction packet, is ages 0 to 2, ages 3 to 5, ages 6 to 10, and ages 10 to 13. And in each of those is obviously going to be male, female. So 0 to 2 males, 0 to 2 females. I would separate it into, that would be 8 categories. So each age group, and then each gender with that age group. So like I said, 0 to 2 male, 0 to 2 female, 3 to 5 male, 3 to 5 female. The discretion that you use with categorizing them. So say I have an example here. Say I pull this, okay? I see this and I'm deciding which category this goes in. This could fit, obviously it wouldn't be for a baby. It says right here 8+ on there. You can just kind of use that as a guide. You don't necessarily have to put it in that category, but this could work for, 3 to 5-year-olds. It could work for 6 to 10. I don't know if an older kiddo would want this, but it's just up to you guys. Kind of, what would I want if I was 6 to 10 years old? What would I want if I was 10 to 13-year-old? When you guys get the bags of toys, these bulk toys, you're not going to get enough for every single category to be filled completely. I don't want you guys to worry about that. Really just separate them by what you think that age group would want. If you end up, after you categorize them all, with no 0 to 2-year-old presents, that is completely okay, because some other group is going to be getting that. We have tons of toys for all of the age groups, and so one group is going to at least have some presents for them. The next thing, after you get everything categorized into their groups, would be to start packing the bags. And so this is also a little chaotic, but like I said, just try to use common sense in how you're packing the bags. The bags are going to be really big that we give you. That's just because we wanted all the presents to be able to fit, and we may have some bigger items stored at our facility that we will also be giving the families to put in there. And so when you are bagging these toys, the bags may look very empty with just a few toys in them. That's okay, because we are going to fill them up later on with some of the bigger items that we have at our facility. So after you have everything categorized, I would then suggest we're trying to shoot for 3 or 4 gifts per bag. However, say you have 3 of these, okay? 3 of these little ones, and then another kid has this and another one of these. You kind of want the other bag, the first bag, to look a little bit more full, and so the first bag with all these little items, you may want to add a few more little items to make them all kind of look equal. Remember, they're kiddos and they're not necessarily going to look at the cost of each item. They are going to be looking, hey, my sibling got a bag that looks more full than mine. So just use kind of common sense in that, and that we may be giving some of these families 4 bags because they have 4 children, and we want the siblings to feel, each of them feels special and just as much loved and cared for as their sibling. And so try to make the bags somewhat similar as far as looking stuffed, but once again, we're not shooting for perfection here. It's really up to you guys and your discretion. I would also suggest, I was trying to put some bags together myself to try to help you all and see what I would do and try to help you all when you're packing these bags. And it would be a good idea to pick a couple of stocking stuffers, I call them. So a couple of small items. So for the girls or for the little boys, you could, some stocking stuffers would include things like little tubs of Play-Doh, or little tiny dolls, things that, those little LOL dolls that come in those little things. Those are stocking stuffers to me. And then when I was growing up, we would call the bigger items Santa's gift. And so something like this could be Santa's gift. And you could do 1 or 2 at the most maybe of Santa's gifts, and then just do maybe 2 or 3 of these little stocking stuffers. Once again, the bags are not going to look full, so don't expect them to. We just want to shoot for about 3, maybe 4 toys per bag. Once again, use your discretion on stuffing the bags. After you do that, if you can just tie up the bag, each bag for us, and make sure they stay in their categories. And so whether that looks like you putting all of the 3 to 5-year-old boys in one big black trash bag that you have at home, and putting the 3 to 5 females in another black trash bag and labeling those, that'd be perfect. We just definitely don't want to mix up all the ages and all the categories. We want to keep everything separate. After you do that, I will be sending you all on your drop-off date some drop-off instructions. We will have some big cardboard boxes out there that are categorized, and you guys will just put each category of presents in the correct cardboard box. I hope that kind of explains a little bit and kind of helps you guys as you guys pack these bags. And as always, just please feel free to reach out. I know this is a little bit confusing, a little bit chaotic. It looks a little disorganized, but once again, these families are struggling right now that we serve, especially if we're serving them, they already struggle with meeting financial needs, and we would love to take some stress off of them during this time so that they can use any finances that they do have towards more pressing needs such as food and utilities and housing, and they won't have to worry about their kiddos not being able to get Christmas presents. So just know that we are praying for you guys as you guys are packing this. We hope you have such a good time. I would love to do a virtual orientation about Buckner as a whole, maybe what it's going to look like when we come back to in-person volunteerism. We have a lot of cool ideas for the upcoming year or whenever we are going to be allowed to be back in the building. And just let me know if you guys need anything at all. I'm always here for you. And thank you again. Yeah, let me know, and we hope you have a great time with packing the toys. Thanks. Have a good packing party. We'll see you later. Bye.